I'm Samantha Eric here at the Adidas Timbers Training Center, where head coach Caleb Porter spoke to the media for the final time this year. Porter talked about his overall assessment of how this past season went and his plans for the offseason, specifically how he plans to strengthen this squad ahead of the 2017 campaign.
Bottom line is, like I said, we didn't achieve our goals. And when you don't achieve your goals, you have to look long and hard at everything, and you have to make changes. But I think it's also important when you go through that process to remind yourself of the reality, and like I tell you guys a lot after losses, a lot of times it seems like it's broken when it's not. And I'll say that after this season as well. It's not broken. And yet we didn't achieve what we needed to, and there were factors in that. There will be changes for sure, but what I can guarantee is that we'll fix the issues and that we will achieve our goals next year, and a part of that will be making changes. But we clearly have talent in the core, but we need to make sure that talent is on the pitch.
During the offseason, what are some of the positions you feel are priorities?
Yeah, absolutely. We need a couple wingers for sure, and that's no secret. We need a holding mid. We need center back, and then we'll need some depth pieces as well. Because, like I said, at the end of last year, regardless of injuries and how things go, if your talent's not in there, your top guys, you got to have a depth and a bench, and our bench didn't get the job done. So we need to, bring some key depth in several positions, and we need to add 3 or 4 starters. And when you look at the other positions, we are good enough, but we need to make sure that those guys are healthy and in the lineup.
What does the offseason look like for you? What's going to be the process? You obviously are still training for a couple more weeks, but then are you going to be off scouting? What are your plans?
The process started, and I've met with all but 5 players. Some of those meetings were players won't be coming back. Although we won't announce that yet, but eventually some of those meetings were you will be coming back, but this needs to be better. We're having meetings with, like I said, every department head, our staff, the technical staff, analyzing everything, sports science staff, recruitment team, which is going to be massively important. And then me, Gavin, Merritt, we sit down and we make decisions on who do we need to add, what's the budget, obviously, in those positions based on who's in and out. And I honestly, as much as everybody wants to make it into a lot more, if we add 3 or 4 positions, we'll be where we need to be.
Well, that's a wrap from the training ground for this year, but continue to check out Timbers.com for updates throughout the entire off season.